Today we'll be covering the best snacks across the 4 parks so that you and your party can decide which treats you'd like to try during your trip. Hello and welcome to the Let's Go to Disney podcast. I'm your host Oliver. Today is Sunday, November 19th, and you're listening to episode 11, Best Snacks in Walt Disney World. Before we get into today's main topic, here's what's going on in the parks right now. Disney Parks blog announced the dates for the 2024 Festival of the Arts. This will kick off on January 12th and run through February 19th, 2024. Disney on Broadway series performers were announced along with which dates they'll be performing. You'll be able to book dining packages for the Disney on Broadway shows beginning on December 19th. Disney also teased a couple of menu items, the rainbow cake with freeze-dried Skittles at the Odyssey, and the red wine braised short rib with parsnip puree, broccolini, baby tomatoes, and balsamic glaze at Pastoral Palette. The full foodie guide will be coming out soon. The Wonderful Walk of Color Cuisine will be this festival's version of the Cookie Stroll and Fromage Montage, where you'll take your passport and purchase eligible menu items across the festival booths to claim your prize once you've gotten your 5 stamps. And of course, there will be festival-specific merch featuring Figment with bright orange, pink, and purple colors. Hong Kong Disneyland unveiled their brand new World of Frozen land in a big way. Bob Iger, Josh D'Amaro, and the park cast members celebrated the grand opening of the new land. The gates will officially open to the public on November 20th. The new land features 2 new attractions, Frozen Ever After, which is very close to the domestic Frozen attraction, and Wandering Oaken's Sliding Sleighs, as well as dining, shopping, and a show. Bob Iger shared, quote, "The Frozen franchise is one of the most successful in Disney history, and it's a testament to the power of great storytelling, which is the foundation of the Walt Disney Company. It's been this way for 100 years, and our commitment to storytelling and creativity will continue to define our next 100. I highly recommend checking out the photos online. It's really impressive." Having said that, let's get into today's main topic. In today's show, we'll be covering some of the sweet and savory snacks across the 4 parks. Disney has definitely come a long way in the last decade or so and really stepped up their food game. Part of the fun of planning a trip for us is looking up the new snacks that are available, as well as event-specific snacks like Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party or the Epcot festivals. And of course, our favorites that we always seem to go back to. Snacks are a fun way to supplement your experience in the parks and to bridge the gap between meals. Or if you're feeling adventurous, you can live on snacks alone. Honestly, when it's just Lucy and I, we do tend to have a lot more snacks and really only sit down for a full meal at dinner. Or if we're doing an after-hours event like the Magic Kingdom parties, we tend to do lunch and then snacks for the rest of the day. When we have the littles with us, we tend to get a couple of snacks, but we usually do more meals. We try to keep them to some semblance of a routine so they don't get overwhelmed, but really, they usually do really well overall. You know your littles best, so keep them happy however you see fit. With that said, let's kick things off at Magic Kingdom. So Magic Kingdom has a lot of fun snacks, and our first stop today is the Main Street Confectionery. The confectionery is on the right side of Main Street when you're facing the castle, and this place is filled with sweet treats. One of the most popular options on the menu here is the cookie pie with M&Ms, peanut butter chocolate. It's essentially a big cookie pie, it's delicious and massive, so it is shareable. They also have the Willie's Sweetest Spoon recipe, which is caramel popcorn layered with chopped Snickers, peanut M&Ms, pretzel pieces, crushed chocolate cookie pieces, with milk chocolate drizzle. It's pretty decadent and again, definitely shareable. It is also messy and sticky, so be warned. They also have a variety of candied apples here, and they do always have some seasonal offerings as well. They also have cookies, dip Rice Krispie treats, cupcakes, fudge. There's no shortage of sweet treats here. Confectionery also takes mobile order, which is a bonus. We like to mobile order a sweet treat after the fireworks, pick up and watch the crowd dissipate before we leave for the day. A little further up, you'll find the Main Street Bakery, which is the Starbucks location for Magic Kingdom. Here you'll be able to get your Starbucks coffee fix, and this is also where you'll find the Mickey-shaped cinnamon roll. They do seasonal updates to this as well. Right now it's a mini cinnamon roll with red icing and a bow. It's still the same cinnamon roll, but with red colored icing. I personally prefer the cinnamon roll over at Gaston's Tavern, but we'll get to that. You'll also find other seasonal treats here as well, or party-specific treats. For example, the Letter to Santa flourless chocolate cake that's currently available during Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party that we will definitely be trying on our upcoming trip. And a little further up, you've got the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor. This serves up delicious ice cream and sundaes. The ice cream cookie sandwich is a good option here. It's 2 chocolate chip cookies with your choice of ice cream sandwiched in the middle. They also have the Mickey Sink Sundae, served in a souvenir sink container, which is very cute. Plus, any ice cream you order here is served with 2 chocolate circles made to look like Mickey ears, which is a nice touch. We definitely like to stop here when we're craving ice cream at Magic Kingdom. Across the street at Casey's Corner, you can find the corn dog nuggets. If you have corn dog or hot dog lovers in your party, this is definitely worth a stop. This location also has mobile order, which is a plus. They also have the candy cane tart available during Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, so it could be worth a stop if you're wanting to try that. Next up, we're heading to Cheshire Cafe for the Cheshire Cocktail, which is next to the Mad Tea Party at the entrance to Fantasyland when you're coming in from Tomorrowland. This snack is a chocolate pastry with croissant texture topped with pink and purple icing. It's made to look like a cattail, and it is delicious. Definitely worth the stop. The Friar's Nook is located across from Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and it also has mobile order. On the savory side, you'll find potato tots with various toppings like cheese and bacon. They'll sometimes have different options available as well. Right now, they have the curry brat tots with bratwurst, curry ketchup, and apple slaw. On the sweet side here, they have the caramel apple pecan hand pie topped with vanilla custard sauce. Pro tip, get the hand pie from Friar's Nook, vanilla soft serve from Storybook Treats next door, and you've got a match made in heaven. You probably saw this coming, but next up we're going to Storybook Treats, like I said, which is right next door. This is another ice cream location. They always have special treats available. They had rotating Seven Dwarfs cones recently, and right now there's a Rapunzel sundae, which is a shortcake, wild berry soft serve, and lemon Dole Whip topped with berry compote, as well as sugar flowers. Also, the Aurora cone, which is strawberry Dole Whip with blue soft serve topped with crisp white pearls. Next, we're heading to Gaston's Tavern, which is located at the back of the park between Be Our Guest and Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. This is home to one of my personal favorite snacks on property. Lucy is also a big fan, and that's the warm cinnamon roll. This is better than the Main Street Bakery Mickey cinnamon roll in my opinion, and I strongly suggest getting extra icing for dipping. Fair warning, it is pretty big, so it's definitely shareable. Or not, no judgment here, it is delicious. They also have the Grey Stuff Cupcake here, which is a solid cupcake. The Le Fou's Brew is also on the menu, which is frozen apple juice with toasted marshmallow and mango passion fruit foam. It's on the sweet side, but it's fun for the littles, and you can get it in a souvenir stein. Next up, we're heading to Liberty Square. Just to the left of the castle when you're facing it is Sleepy Hollow. This is home to another of my favorite snacks at Magic Kingdom. This is where you'll find that fresh fruit waffle sandwich, which is bananas, strawberries, blueberries, and chocolate hazelnut spread, essentially Nutella. Sandwich in a waffle, and it's seriously delicious. One of my go-tos for sure. You'll also find Mickey-shaped waffles here. On the savory side, they have a sweet and spicy waffle sandwich with broccoli slaw and honey sriracha glaze served with house-made chips. This is more of a meal than a snack, but if you share it, then it's still a snack, and it's very tasty. And best of all, this place does have mobile order. Next up, in Frontierland, there's Westward Ho, which is not far from where you take the raft to Tom Sawyer Island. Here you'll find a couple of savory options, the candied bacon skewer and jalapeno poppers. I'm not a huge fan of either of these snacks, but I know a lot of people do love them. So if that interests you, this is where you'll find them. And just around the corner from here, near the entrance to Adventureland is Golden Oak Outpost. Here you'll find chili cheese fries and loaded chicken strips with cheese, bacon, and green onion. They will often have seasonal treats here and specialty items during the parties. For example, during Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, they have the gingerbread cake layered with cream cheese frosting and dulce de leche ganache and a gingerbread man chocolate piece. It looks and sounds delicious, and I will be trying that. Next, we're going to Adventureland at Aloha Isle, across from the Magic Carpets of Aladdin attraction. This is where you'll find one of the most popular snacks in all of Disney World, and that's the Dole Whip. You'll find the classic Dole Whip here among other swirls and floats. The pineapple upside down cake, served with Dole Whip, vanilla soft serve, or a swirl of both, is delicious, and it is a fun snack. This place does not have mobile order, and it does get busy, so just a heads up, it's still worth the stop. Still in Adventureland, you'll find the Sunshine Tree Terrace right next to the Skipper Canteen table service restaurant. Here you'll find soft serve ice cream as well as specialty Dole Whips. They have Dole Whip Orange, Dole Whip Strawberry, as well as a bunch of float options. It's not always on the menu, but it's worth asking for the Citrus Swirl, which is frozen orange juice swirled with vanilla soft serve. The tangy orange and sweet soft serve is a delicious combination and definitely worth a try. And last, but certainly not least, is the Spring Roll Snack Cart at the entrance to Adventureland closest to the castle. This snack location serves up 2 types of spring rolls, and they'll rotate different offerings, so swing by to see what's available when you're in the parks. My favorites are the cheeseburger or pizza spring rolls. An order comes with 2, so it's the perfect size for a snack. So as you can see, there's lots of snack options at Magic Kingdom. Beyond the ones I mentioned, you also have the standard treats like Mickey bars, turkey legs, popcorn, which aren't hard to find if you have a hankering for one of those treats. Alright, switching gears now, let's head to Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is sneaky. You'd think there wouldn't be many options here, but they do have some really good dining and snack options. We'll start in Pandora at Pongu Pongu next to Wind Traders, which is the gift shop you come out of when you exit Flight of Passage. Here you'll find the Pongu Lumpia, which is a pineapple cream cheese spring roll. Okay, so a lot of people love this. It's a really popular snack, and when I tried it, I really wanted to love it, but it just doesn't do it for me. But don't let that deter you. It's popular for a reason, so you may enjoy it. They also have the Night Blossom non-alcoholic specialty beverage here. It's apple and dessert pear limeade with boba balls. It is a pretty drink. They also have specialty beer here, as well as a cinnamon roll, but it's definitely not the best cinnamon roll on property. Right next door, you have Satuli Canteen, which is a full quick service location. And this is technically a meal, not a snack, but if you share it or get the kid size, then it could be a snack. I'm talking about the cheeseburger steamed pods here, which is essentially a cheeseburger stuffed into a bao bun. I like these things. I do suggest some kind of dipping sauce for them. Trust me, you'll thank me later. They usually have pretty desserts here as well. And right now there's the Met Kayina mousse, which is flour chocolate cake. Chocolate mousse, raspberry, mango coulis, boba pearls, and milk and white chocolate garnish. It's visually very appealing and it is delicious. They also have a blueberry cream cheese mousse here, which is quite tasty. In Discovery Island, to the left of the Tree of Life, near the entrance to the Africa section of the park, you'll find Creature Comforts, which is the Starbucks location at Animal Kingdom. Here you'll find the usual coffee offerings, but this is also where you can grab the giant Mickey cinnamon roll in this park. On the other side of the Tree of Life, near the entrance to the Asia section of the park, you'll find 8 Spoon Cafe. This location serves up baked macaroni and cheese with pulled pork that is really tasty. They also serve standard baked mac and cheese. There's also a pulled pork jelly donut sandwich, which is pulled pork sandwich in a donut. I've not tried this one, but if you're feeling adventurous, you can find that here. Next up in the Africa area of the park, when you enter from Discovery Island, right near that entrance, you'll find Tamu Tamu Refreshments. Here you can fill your Dole Whip needs in this park. They have standard Dole Whip as well as floats and a pineapple crisp sundae. Around the corner and not far from the entrance to Kilimanjaro Safaris, you'll find Zuri's Sweet Shop. This location does take mobile order, and you'll find the Werther's Original Caramel Butter Bar, the same one you'll find at Caramel Kuche over at Epcot. They also currently have the Werther's Caramel Pecan Cluster and the Caramel Pumpkin Butter Bar. They also have a huge selection of candied apples, cookies, cupcakes, Rice Krispie treats, and frozen glaciers. If you're craving something sweet, this is definitely a good stop to make. Next, we're heading to Mr. Kamal's, which is right at the entrance to Asia when you're coming from the Africa section of the park. There's only a couple things on the menu here, the chicken dumplings, which are tasty, and the seasoned fries, served with sriracha mayo, and these are really good, and the dipping sauce is great as well. If you're craving good fries in this park, then this is where you'll want to go and get them. Further along, not far from Expedition Everest, you'll find the Anandapur ice cream truck. This brightly colored food truck has soft serve and waffle cones, floats, and the Yeti Sundae, which is chocolate and vanilla soft served with blue cake crumbs, sweet snowflakes, and a chocolate Yeti image. Next up, we're heading into Dinoland USA. There's a couple of snack locations here. First, you've got Dino Bite Snack, which serves ice cream and ice cream sandwiches, including one with freshly baked chocolate chip cookies, with your choice of ice cream sandwiched in the middle, which is very good. As well as Trilo Bites, which is to your left when you enter Dinoland USA from Discovery Island. This location serves up delicious buffalo chicken chips, which are house-made chips with buffalo chicken, blue cheese dressing, topped with tomato celery relish. Definitely worth a stop here for these. They also have floats and ice cream as well. There's definitely some yummy snack options in Animal Kingdom. Like I said, it kind of flies under the radar, but there's definitely some good eats in this park. Next up, we're heading to Hollywood Studios. While this is a smaller park, it does have some solid options, and we'll kick things off at Trolley Car Cafe, which is the Starbucks location for the park. This is at the corner where you would turn right towards Sunset Boulevard. At this location, you'll of course find the usual Starbucks options, but this is also home to the very popular carrot cake whoopie pie, which is 2 large soft carrot cake cookies with delicious cream cheese filling. This is a fan and one of my personal favorites. Right now, they also have a red velvet whoopie pie, which is a spin on the classic, still with the same cream cheese center and sprinkles. They also have the reindeer mousse, which is a caramel cheesecake over peanut butter mousse on a salty pretzel shortbread cookie. Oh, I will try that for sure next week. Down Sunset Boulevard, at the very end on your left when you're facing the Tower of Terror, you'll find Hollywood Scoops. This location serves up ice cream, cups and cones, sundaes, and they will often have seasonal treats here as well. Right now, they have the candy cane milkshake topped with a chocolate cake donut with mint donut icing and candy cane sprinkles. Right next door, you have Fairfax Fare, which serves up savory waffle bowls. I wasn't sure about these initially, but they are good. They have a barbecued brisket bowl, a Korean barbecued pork belly bowl, buffalo chicken bowl, and the plant-based soba noodle bowl. Back near Echo Lake and the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular, you'll find Epic Eats. This is where you can get your funnel cakes. They have several options like strawberry and vanilla, cookies and cream, powdered sugar, and right now they have a mango chamoy funnel cake with mango Dole Whip, chamoy mango puree, and chili lime seasoning. They also have a few party exclusive funnel cakes for the Jollywood Nights parties this Christmas season. Just around the corner and next to Star Tours, you'll find Backlot Express. This is a big quick service location, but it's home to one of the most popular snacks in this park, and that's the Wookiee cookie. This Star Wars themed treat is 2 oatmeal cookies with vanilla cream filling, garnished with a milk chocolate sash, just like Chewbacca's on top. It's popular for a good reason. We love this treat as well. Next, we're going to Baseline Tap House, which is across from Star Tours and right next to Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. This is technically a lounge, but it serves 2 delicious snacks that I think are definitely worth your time and dollars. There's the very reasonably priced charcuterie board, which has a few cheeses, chorizo, salami, pickles, grapes, and toasted baguettes. At $13, it's definitely a good value. They also have the Bavarian pretzel here, served with beer cheese fondue and spicy mustard, which is also very good. Next up, we're going to ABC Commissary, which is on the other side of Sci-Fi, back up Commissary Lane. This is another large quick service location that has a couple of treat options. The mint chocolate chip cheesecake is on the dessert menu here, and if you're a mint chocolate chip fan, you're gonna love this. Right now, they also have a seasonal treat, which is the holiday mini bun cake, which is space cake in cinnamon sugar with apple pie filling, topped with spicy maple buttercream and salted caramel icing. It sounds delicious. In behind the Chinese Grauman's Theater next to Pixar Plaza is the market, which serves another popular snack, the Jack Jack's Num Num Cookie. This is a large warm chocolate chip cookie pie that is definitely shareable. This treat is popular, but it's been hit and miss. I've had a couple that were overdone, so your mileage may vary on this one, just a heads up. From here, let's head into Toy Story Land to Woody's Lunchbox. This is a very popular quick service location, and it's right across from Alien Swirling Saucers. It serves up very popular Lunchbox tarts, which are essentially massive and shareable Pop-Tarts. They will cycle different flavors at different times of year. Right now, they have the Raspberry Lunchbox Tart and the Holiday Hot Chocolate Lunchbox Tart with chocolate fudge filling, hot chocolate marshmallow fondant, and mini marshmallows. They also serve tachos here, which are loaded potato barrels. They have a breakfast option with eggs, or loaded with chili cheese, queso, tomatoes, and corn chips for lunch and dinner. Next up, let's go check out some otherworldly snacks in Galaxy's Edge, and we'll start at the milk stand, which is where you'll find the very popular blue and green milk. I'm not a fan of these, but it's a fun thing to try when you're in Galaxy's Edge. The blue milk is plant-based coconut and rice milk with a fruitier taste. The green milk has a more citrus or tropical taste. Next up, there's Ronto Roasters, another popular eat in Galaxy's Edge. These wraps are available for breakfast or lunch and dinner. The breakfast wrap has egg, pork sausage, cheese, and peppercorn sauce. The lunch and dinner option has roasted pork, pork sausage, peppercorn sauce, and tangy slaw. This place closes usually around 3 p.m., after which you can still get the Ronto wrap at Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo. And last but certainly not least, for Galaxy's Edge and Hollywood Studios, there's Katsaka's Kettle. Here you'll find the Outpost Popcorn Mix, which is multicolored sweet and spicy flavored popcorn, as well as the Cold Brew Black Calf, which is Joffrey's coffee topped with sweet cream cheese and chocolate puffs. This tastes real strong until you mix it, but once you do, it's quite tasty. And I've saved the best for our last park, and we're headed to Epcot. So I know I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Epcot is a beast when it comes to food and snacks. Between the quick service locations, the World Showcase, the food booths, and the festivals, there are so many fun treats to have at Epcot, so let's dive in. Let's kick things off in Mexico at La Cava del Tequila. This is located inside the pyramid and serves up a fresh and fun assortment of margaritas as well as delicious chips with a trio of queso, salsa, and guac when it's available. This place gets busy and it has very limited seating, so if this interests you, get there early or there may be a bit of a wait. If La Cava is too busy and you're wanting to skip the wait, you can try Choza the Margarita just outside the pyramid and to your left when you're facing it. This kiosk serves up margaritas as well as a couple of snack options like tacos, empanadas, and tostadas. And right across the way is La Cantina de San Angel, not to be confused with La Hacienda de San Angel, which is the table service location right next door. La Cantina serves churros, among other items, as well as a churro sundae, which is pretty tasty. Next up, we're going to Kringla Bakery and Cafe in the Norway Pavilion. This location serves up several sweet treats, and the most popular is the school bread. This is a sweet roll filled with custard and dipped in coconut. It's not very sweet like your typical cupcake or similar treats. It does deviate from that, so it's really worth a try. They have the troll horn here as well sometimes, which is a fun treat, and the Eppel cake, which is apple cake with caramel drizzle. Moving right along, we're headed to the Germany Pavilion and to Caramel Kuche. This is one of my favorite places to eat in all of Disney World, and they have so many delicious snacks. The caramel butter bar here is delicious. The caramel apple oatmeal cookie is also very good. They also have caramel popcorn here that is really, really good. Honestly, they have caramel everything. Cookies, cupcakes, squares, candied apples. There are so many delicious treats to choose from. And best of all, they do have mobile order here, so if the lineup is long, as it tends to get, you can mobile order and save time. Still in Germany, at Summerfest, which is a counter service location with just a handful of menu items, but it's home to two delicious things that are definitely worth a stop. One, the Schafferhofer grapefruit beer. Even if you're not a beer drinker, it's light and fruity, so it's very good. And 2, the pretzel bread pudding. It's dense, sweet, and salty, and it's definitely a good treat. Over in the Italy pavilion, there's the Gelateria Toscana, which has gelato and sorbet in waffle cones or cups, as well as either frozen white or red sangria. Really tasty, especially on a hot day walking around the World Showcase. Who doesn't love a little ice cream and sangria? Next, we're heading to the American Pavilion at the top of the World Showcase and heading into Regal Eagle Smokehouse. This is a large quick service location that serves up some delicious barbecue eats. In terms of snack items, I'd go either for the loaded burnt end fries, which is fries, burnt ends, onion rings, and mac and cheese, definitely shareable. Their beer-battered onion rings are also very good. There's also the funnel cake stand near the exit of the pavilion towards Japan that serves up your standard funnel cakes as well as seasonal specialties. Next up, we're heading into the France pavilion. France is home to some seriously delicious snacks. In terms of my favorite pavilions for food, France is probably my number one, with Germany not far behind. Let's kick things off at Les Halles Boulangerie and Patisserie. This quick service location gets really busy, and the biggest downside is that it doesn't have mobile order, but don't let that deter you from a visit because it's got some really good snacks. On the savory side, they've got sandwiches like the croissant jambon fromage, which is ham, cheese, and bechamel in a croissant, lobster bisque in a bread bowl, quiche, cheeses, among others. On the sweet side, they've got croissants with sweets like chocolate and almond filling, chocolate eclairs, mousse, creme brulee, macarons, parfaits. I've never had anything bad here, so take your pick and I can almost guarantee you'll enjoy it. Still in France, you've got L'Artisan des Glaces, which serves up ice cream, macaroons, and an ice cream martini, which is delicious. But the star of the show here is the croque glacée. This is 1 scoop of your choice of ice cream and sauce pressed inside of a homemade brioche bun. The bun is warm, the ice cream is cold, the whole thing works, and it's definitely worth a stop. And lastly, at Les Vins de Chef de France, you can find those boozy slushes that you've most likely seen on social media. They are sweet and refreshing and are definitely tasty on a hot Florida day. Moving right along, we're headed to the UK Pavilion and heading straight to Yorkshire County Fish Shop. This counter service location serves up only one thing, and they only need one because it's that good. And that's the beer-battered fish and chips. They are seriously good here. It's definitely a meal though, so you can definitely share it. In Canada, at the popcorn cart, they serve maple popcorn that is actually really good. If you didn't grab caramel corn from the Germany Pavilion, this is a good alternative. And coming out of the World Showcase, let's head to the Sunshine Seasons in the Land Pavilion. This is a massive counter service location with a ton of options, but they have 2 snacks here that I think are worth checking out: the key lime parfait and the turtle brownie. These snacks tend to fly under the radar, but they are tasty for sure. And over on the other side of Spaceship Earth, Connections Cafe, which is the Starbucks location for Epcot. Here they have the standard coffee options and some pastries. Attached is the Connections Eatery, which is a massive counter service location. They have a Liege waffle here that's pretty good with pearl sugar, strawberries, whipped cream, and chocolate sauce. For a limited time, they also have the Remy Liege waffle with cream cheese icing, graham cracker crumbs, and a Remy chocolate garnish. Now, this is by no means an exhaustive list of the snack offerings at Epcot. I didn't even mention the festival booths, as the snacks at these locations change depending on which festival is going on. But they are definitely the source of some seriously good eats, so if there's a festival going on while you're there, which there is a very likelihood that there is, it's definitely worth checking out the menus. Having said that, hopefully this gave you a good idea of the snacks that are in the parks and will help you narrow down which snacks you and your party may want to try on your trip. And that will do it for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me today to talk Disney snacks. To make sure you don't miss any future episodes, make sure to subscribe to the podcast. I would also love it if you could take a moment to rate and review the show. This helps us reach more listeners, and I love the feedback. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram for much more magical content. The link tree down in the show notes will take you to all our socials. Have a great day, and we'll see you real soon.